Hello, AP Calc. Sorry I'm not there with you today, but I did want to take some time. We can go ahead and finish up those 2.5 day 2 notes. And we'll start with example 5, where we're asked about the second derivative. So calculating our second derivative, whether implicitly or explicitly, just means we're going to find the derivative of the derivative. So we first need to find dy dx, right? First find our first derivative. So just like we've been doing, we take the derivative with respect to x of both sides. Doing so on the right-hand side, the derivative of 11, that's nice and easy, that's 0. On the left, the derivative of 2y squared is going to be 4y times dy dx. And then finding the derivative of xy is going to involve a little bit of product rule. So the derivative of the first is 1 times the second y plus the first x times the derivative of y, which we're just calling dy dx. We'll go ahead and distribute that subtraction sign. So 4y dy dx minus y minus x dy dx equals 0. We'll go ahead and move that minus y over to the other side. So we can get everything with a dy dx on the left, anything without on the right. So minus x dy dx equals y. Factor out the dy dx just like before. And go ahead and divide in order to solve for dy dx. So dy dx will equal y over 4y minus x. So we're going to hold on to this because this is important to come back to later. But for right now, that's our first derivative. So to find the second derivative, we just take the derivative of the derivative, right? So that means we need to take the derivative with respect to x of the left-hand side, dy dx, and the right-hand side, oops, not a 4, y over 4y minus x. Well, on the left, we're just going to get our second derivative, right? That's important and good because that's what we wanted to do. On the right, we get to use quotient rule. So we'll have the derivative of the top, which is dy dx, times the bottom, 4y minus x, minus the top, y, times the derivative of the bottom, 4 dy dx, minus 1, right? Derivative of x is 1, all over the bottom squared. 4y minus x quantity squared. And then we can distribute the dy dx on that first set of parentheses and distribute the minus y on the second set. Just make it look a little bit nicer. So d squared y dx squared equals, okay, 4y dy dx minus x dy dx minus 4y dy dx. Hey, that's going to cancel. Minus negative y plus y, all over the bottom squared. And then we've got 4y dy dx minus 4y dy dx. Thankfully, those cancel. And we have d squared y over dx squared equals, I'm going to go ahead and put the y first because why not? Y minus x dy dx, all over that bottom squared, 4y minus x quantity squared. Now, this is as nice as we can make it look for now. But remember that we went through and we just solved what dy dx was. Well, we are going to go ahead and use substitution and substitute in what we know dy dx is equal to, because we just found it, into our second derivative, so that we can get our second derivative just as an equation with x and y. So we have d squared y over dx squared equals y minus, what was dy dx? Y over 4y minus x, all over 4y minus x quantity squared. Now we notice that we do have the same denominator, so we can probably make this look a little bit nicer, right? It's not going to be the end of the world. So we first want to zip, zap, zoom up top. So we can call that plus negative y. So we will zip and call that y times 4y minus x. We zap and get minus y. And we zoom 4y minus x. And that was just our numerator. And then this is all over 4y minus x squared. Getting there. Then we distribute. So we have 4y squared minus xy minus y over 4y minus x over 4y minus x quantity squared. Well, 4y minus x quantity squared is just what we are dividing by. So we can take our numerator and divide by 4y minus x squared, which is going to involve us copying, dotting, flipping, multiplying by the reciprocal. 4y squared minus xy minus y over 4y minus x times 1 over 4y minus x squared. So what happens in our denominator? Our final answer for our second derivative is 4y squared minus xy minus x. Nope, minus y. All over 4y minus x cubed. And there is our second derivative. See, it's not that bad.